It's a killer fucking conversation with just three cool guys talking about fried chicken. It's a killer fucking conversation, baby.
I just want to announce that I have a birria taco, and I am about to yam this hoe. Just straight demolish. And I can't wait. It's one of the best things they've ever created. I'm so excited.
Oh, dude,
That's what everybody's saying that, dude. Everybody that I've talked to about this grilled cheese burrito taco is like, this is up there on multiple new favorite item lists. So
Yeah, let me just describe it for you, Subway, since you can't have it anymore. So imagine
Like sex.
a sweet teriyaki. It was a sweet onion teriyaki chicken sandwich, all right? But you're going to sub the chicken for shredded beef. And then you're going to sub the bread for a white corn hard shell tortilla. And then what you're going to do is you're going to ask them to put some shredded cheese on the outside, have them steam that bad boy, grill it, and then you bite into it, and it tastes nothing like Subway. It's delicious, actually.
Wow, that sounds almost good enough to not get a free Subway every day for the rest of my life, but not that good.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because I've had a sweet onion chicken teriyaki every day since we last had this episode. You'd think that they'd taste disgusting by this point, and
It doesn't?
they don't. They don't,
Interesting.
actually. They're still quite good. They're still quite good.
You know what's crazy is I found out that there are 37,000 Subways in the
That's right.
United States.
It's the biggest. It's the biggest. It's the best. Shout out to my boy J Rad. He's locked up right now, but it's nothing but love, J Rad.
Honestly, they're fucking everywhere though. Like they are genuinely everywhere. So it does make sense.
I feel like Subway. I feel like I see more Subways now in other establishments than I do actually on their own. Like you can just be like, you'll just be like fucking walking through,
Target.
Like, just like walking through like a wet market in fucking, some crazy town, and there'll just be a Subway, right? You're gonna be like, you'll just be walking through a cemetery. You'll be walking through a cemetery in the middle of the night, gravestones, then a Subway, just like in the middle there.
That's about as accurate a depiction as I've ever heard of a proper representation.
You
of a
think it's
restaurant.
moonlight, and then you look up, and it's a Subway sign.
Yeah.
God.
Yep.
I don't get it, though. I really don't.
If it's that easy, I need to get one in my home.
Like fucking Richie Rich, but like the opposite of Richie Rich. So Pori.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Pori. Got a Subway. I will say though, I loved Richie Rich because of the McDonald's in there. I was like, yo, you can get a McDonald's in that bitch.
Oh,
That's
so
a cool
much,
movie.
dude.
When you're a little kid and you see something like that, that's a great movie.
Yeah, but they should have let him blow up Mount Rushmore. Honestly, to be honest with you, they should have let him blow that shit up.
Don't you mean Mount Richmore?
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Nice.
more like Mount Colonizer. It's not as witty as Devon's, but it's very accurate.
Yeah, man. I definitely I aim to replicate. I aim to be grown up Richie Rich, but the Subway version. The Subway version, not the Subway Virgin. I definitely have popped my cherry, if you know what if you know what I'm saying.
In a Subway with a meatball.
In a Subway. Yep. In a Italian combo.
Devin,
popping off.
Dude, the sandwiches they have now, I don't know if you've been there, but remember like maybe 2 weeks ago, I sent a picture of me really stoned in front of a Subway.
that was so funny.
Dude,
I've never seen you that high.
I was very high.
Oh, yeah.
And the fucked up part is like a cop walked in like right after me, and I was like, oh no, he smells me. He knows that I'm high.
So you got all paranoid and shit?
Oh yeah, but I
That's so
like
funny.
scarfed down that sandwich like fucking nothing.
You were like shaking. You were like, let me get Subway with chicken, beef, bacon, spinach, all 3 sauces. Your eyes are just beet red. Cops like,
Oh bro,
If he could have seen
you
them.
couldn't see my eyes. I was so stoned.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, all went well there. All went well.
then you robbed it.
Honestly, I feel like they robbed me. I don't know what the fuck is up with Subway's prices, and maybe you can talk to the big man upstairs. But it is not worth what you're paying over there anymore. Like back in the day, footlong, $5 footlong, yes please. $7.50 footlong, I'm good. I'm good.
Not fair.
It's not fair.
You,
no.
you know, I'm not trying to throw shade because God, my name is Subway. I mean, come on, I got to
True.
have some love for it. But I will say that Subway, I heard somewhere that Subway's meat is actually the lowest grade, lowest quality of any fast food meat.
Ooh, save
That
this
you
for
might
an
go through.
episode.
Yeah. Whenever we do our Subway series, save this for that.
Oh.
But
Okay.
I've heard that too, because they were being sued because of their tuna. I don't know if y'all saw that, but like last year, maybe 2 years ago now, the Subway was being sued because apparently there was no fish inside of their tuna.
The fucking
Hell yeah.
audacity.
The fucking no wonder there's 37,000 of you motherfuckers.
Fuck.
Yeah, but
We'll say-
It's
Well,
just like
yeah.
it's just like a creature that's like raised in the back of Subway, just like this this undetected species of yeah. But I'm legally not obligated to say anything else bad about Subway.
it's literally the Loch Ness monster. Subway's got the Loch Ness monster. It still tastes like fish, but it's not exactly fish. Yeah. But should we get this going?
Let's get this bad boy on the
show
road.
on the road,
Let's
baby.
go, baby.
All right. Well, welcome to the Cheesy Gordita Bunch podcast, the official podcast of the Taco Bell Cult Facebook group. I'm your host, Nick Ortiz, and with me, as always, my co-host, Subway. What's goody, friend?
Eating fresh all over your face.
And then, of course, the Wafu chicken in this Wafu chicken cutlet sandwich, Jordan Cravens Krennic. What up?
Heyo.
Yeah.
Good to be here with you boys. Grateful.
good.
Grateful for your for the time and the love you give me on the show.
You know, I'm grateful Colonel Sanders has given us another day.
You know what? Me too.
Our-
Another beautiful day. Oh, thanks to me. You're welcome.
Yeah, so oh god, I think we have to do a correction up at the top. So last episode we were thanking our dear friend Neil this entire time, when in reality his name was Niall.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Niall.
Sorry about that, Niall.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Niall, but I mean, we
sometimes-
are dyslexic, so I
True.
mean,
We just get into a little bit of a flow on the. It's a reaching river joke, but
Honestly, I don't even
Um,
read half the shit I get, and I just assume. I see numbers and letters, and I'm like, that's probably Niall.
yeah, I
or
wasn't.
yeah.
I wasn't a very good reader. You know, just like growing
Texas,
up. But
though.
I can.
Texas. We
but-
grew up in Texas.
But I can.
Shocker.
Don't worry. Like I've caught up. I'm good now. You know, like I can read the signs that are above doors. Excite. You know.
Yep.
I love me a good
Exactly.
taco. Yeah, but
Yeah. Once the cheesy gordita bunch train gets rolling too, scripts just go out the window. Like,
oh yeah,
this is we just we're always off the top here
off the
on
top
this program.
off the top. Yeah. But Niall, thank you so much. We really appreciate you.
No,
Thank you.
the love is there again. Thank you.
Thank you for being gracious about correcting us too. Yeah, because you
just-
could have easily been like, yo, what the fuck? You know, like my name is Niall, not Neil. And actually, I should probably check and make sure his name is Niall and not Neil. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we said it like 100 times too.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess Neil Jersey doesn't work anymore. Thanks for that, Niall. Now, before we get into our main topic, I want to say Taco Bell is giving away every Tuesday. They're giving away a free taco, and not just any fucking taco, a Doritos Locos taco.
Ooh, that's it. Yeah, I
Nice.
saw this. I'm so excited. I love Doritos Locos. It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
It could be you. It could be you. You got to go to find out. You can't win if you don't play, right?
True, but I think they're just giving it all away. It doesn't matter who it is. Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, the cool part is they're doing this up until I believe it was September 5th. And then the next Tuesday, September 12th, Taco Bell is doing something big for Taco Tuesday. Like their first, boom, Taco Tuesday.
Boom.
Yeah. Any speculation on what it could be?
Man, I don't know. I would say some sort of
Maybe a taco?
Oh, fuck. Really? You think so?
yeah.
No. That's
No, not a Taco Bell.
Some sort of I would say definitely something special is going to happen. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it yeah, I mean, it's a pretty big deal, right? For Taco Bell to reclaim Taco Tuesday.
Something they've
for
never
their own.
had. So to reclaim
Yeah.
it is,
Yeah, they've literally never done anything with Taco Tuesday, I think, ever.
yeah.
I could be wrong. They have a long history, and I haven't been here for all of
So-
it. But I'm just
So
saying.
right now you can just show up and say, "Give me a Doritos Locos taco,"
on
Yeah.
Tuesdays.
and,
No-
and
no-
they will abide.
No purchase necessary. No. And that's on Tuesdays, though. Only on Tuesdays. And I think it's one taco per person. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, but I know you don't eat.
Bringing the
eat
whole
tacos,
family,
so-
baby.
I don't eat Taco Bell anymore, but if I did, I would go on Tuesday for the free one for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
But instead, I'm going to go to Subway for the free one on Tuesday.
The one that you get every
The one I get
Tuesday.
every day.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, if I could suggest anything, maybe 1 month you just keep all of the sandwiches, and then the next month you eat 2 meals a day on Subway for free.
That's a great idea. I mean, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I just so you know, since we started this, I have gained 75 pounds.
I thought it was all muscle. It looks like all
It's
muscle.
not. I mean, I appreciate the sentiment, but it is actually trans fat. It's all trans fat, and it's pretty cool. Like, I thought that like when you're in your mid 30s, like the cholesterol thing was kind of like on the horizon a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's here right now. High cholesterol.
Devin, you don't have to lie about being in your 30s.
First off, it's Subway, okay? I'm not going to let you fucking call my friend Subway here by a name he doesn't go by anymore.
Seriously.
Subway, you don't have to lie about your age. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Hey, much better. Much better. I'm
Thank
sorry
you.
about that,
Thank you.
Subway. But
Thanks.
so today we are talking, if you haven't guessed by the title, we are talking about the Curse of the Colonel. Now, what do you think that means? Just off the top of your domes, because I don't believe either one of y'all have looked into this. Is that correct?
No, I like to keep it fresh for the show.
Yep. I'm coming in completely blind here.
Okay.
So
So what do you think it could mean, the Curse of the Colonel?
I think it could mean a few things. I think it could mean mean morbid obesity. I think it could mean I think it could mean colon cancer.
Okay.
I think it could mean just
if I get
just
cancer
spitballing
from
here.
fucking KFC, that's exactly what I'm going to call it. The Curse
Yeah,
of the Colonel.
The curse
Yeah.
of the Colonel.
Or diabetes. Yeah.
It's a curse of the cancer curse of the Colonel. Would you
Ooh,
go
yeah,
some
cancer
alliteration?
I Another thing I would say is maybe maybe that if you partner with KFC for any sort of marketing, whatever you're promoting is probably not going to be successful.
Okay. All right. Well, just to give you some insight, and Jordy, do you want to touch on this before I talk about what it actually is?
I don't have a good guess, honestly. I mean, I take it back. There's two things I think when I think Curse of the Colonel. Number one, it means that every time like he showed up somewhere, something happened, which just seems like a terrible, overly vague guess.
Yeah.
So that's maybe a no shitter, like obviously like no shit, Jordan.
Yeah.
The other
Yeah.
thing is, it could be I forgot. I had a second one, and I can't remember.
It's like some of the Ring shit. Like anytime, like if you ever had like Colonel Sanders come up, like when you're interacting with him, he like came up and whispered into your ear, and he said, "You got 7 days left," and then 7 days later something happens. I don't know. Who knows?
It could be that. Just his little mustache tickling your ear as he whispers that. Oof, God, that gives me the chills. But no, it actually deals with baseball. Yeah, so the Curse of the Colonel is a lot like the Curse of the Chicago Cubs or the Curse of Bambino. What was the Chicago Cubs one? It was the Curse of the Billy Goat, some shit like that.
I don't remember. I just know they didn't. The curse was like they couldn't win one, and it had been over 100 years.
Yeah, 108 years to be exact.
Wow,
108 years. And
I in no way, shape, or form saw this coming. I did not see a baseball tie-in.
Me either.
A lot of curses.
But it makes sense.
And, like a lot
very
of curses
superstitious. A very superstitious sport.
Probably the most.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
So I used to coach Little League Baseball, and actually, if you look right up there, you're gonna see a bunch of, not a bunch, but one baseball signed by a bunch of kids, and they called me Coach Nick. It was great. But like one of the kids like didn't wash his socks. The socks that he wore on the game, he didn't wash his socks. And this little kid was like in like 4th or 5th grade. Like this was coach pitch, and then it turned into like machine pitch. But I think baseball is uniquely superstitious because we hear a bunch of stories about players like chewing a specific brand of gum or having to use a specific glove in order to like, make sure they win the game. Mm-hmm. And that's a lot like this. So our curse actually takes us to the Kansai region of Japan, the home of the Hanshin Tigers.
Ooh.
Now, the Hanshin Tigers are the second oldest team in Nippon professional baseball, founded December 10th of 1935. Originally, they were called the Osaka Tigers, and they were founded by the Hanshin Electric Railway Company. Now, this name was chosen originally because they had held an internal contest to name the team, and that's how they had come up with the Osaka Tigers. It won in a majority, and the credit's actually given to Tsurubo Matus. I can't even pronounce that, but Tsurubo, that's what we'll call him. So he had actually gone to Detroit earlier like that year, and he noticed how much Detroit looked like Osaka, and he thought, hey, the Tigers are a great team. Let's go ahead and call them the fucking Osaka Tigers.
Wow. Very cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's really interesting to see like the parallels, in that. But that should just kind of talk about how America, before we've become like a quote unquote superpower, have already like kind of established ourselves as like our culture being one of our main exports.
Yeah. And having influence. Being
having that type of influence.
Especially in a place like Japan. I feel like it's like so interesting that Japan specifically like very much mirrors American culture. Like there's a lot of things, and baseball is like
that
huge.
Is true.
Baseball is absolutely massive in Japan. Probably probably bigger than it is here in the States at this point, I think.
I mean, it's definitely up there. Apparently the fans are like, it's like, it's very exciting to go to an actual like Nippon professional game in Japan. Apparently, like I watched a bunch of videos, and they have chants. It's like soccer for them, really. It's like soccer in the sense that they have dedicated fans. Or like Jordan. Jordan's a Dallas Cowboy fan. Win or lose, you know what I mean?
Right, baby.
A lot of loss, but Jordan is still there. A lot of loss, and Jordan is very proud. He got a blue BMW because of his love for the Dallas Cowboys. And sure, they lose a lot, and they haven't been to like Super Bowl since. I mean, you were what, 1, 2?
I'm pretty sure Nick is a Cowboys fan.
I'm also a Cowboys fan.
I was like, what the fuck?
Jordan went to Jordan. If you ever are in Austin, Texas, and you see a guy driving around in a BMW with a giant synthetically detailed Troy Aikman, that's Jordan. He paid a lot of money to have that happen.
Believe it or
So,
not, he actually ordered Jay-Z, but the one that they gave him was a white man version, so it was Troy Aikman. Ended up looking like Troy Aikman.
That's so funny. If any of you have seen, just please take a second and literally Google Jay-Z Troy Aikman. You are going to laugh out loud when you see their faces next to each other.
Oh yeah,
Aikman,
I'm doing it right now.
Aakman. Aikman. Troy Aikman.
Wow.
Jay-Z. It is hilarious.
Wow.
It's fucking dead ass spitting image.
So in 1940, the Toho government, because I mean this is World War II, so the Toho government banned English nicknames, so the Tigers had to change their name to simply Hanshin.
They see more superstition right there.
Hey, and now 7 short years after that, they had changed back to the Osaka Tigers, but in 1961, due to the team not actually playing in the Osaka precinct or whatever the fuck that's called, they changed the name to the Hanshin Tigers, which is the name today.
Nice.
Yeah, and the
Cool.
crazy part is because majority of their team were under the age of 25, a lot of them got drafted and a lot of them died.
Fuck.
Jesus.
Yeah. Rough shit. Now,
that is rough. Like, what happened to your team last year? Well,
World War II broke out, and
fuck, dude, that's tough.
yeah. Now, the one thing I've consistently read about the Hanshin Tigers is that they were always the underdog. I mean, they're the second longest or second oldest, team in the Central League. So, I mean, they've consistently been the underdog. They always get second place to the, I don't know how to pronounce this, and I'm so sorry to any of our Japanese listeners if I'm butchering the fuck out of this, but Yomiuri.
Yeah, if we
Giants?
can, if we're pronouncing Neil wrong, you're probably
First
gonna
off,
have a tough time.
First
there.
off, it's Nile. But Yomiuri Giants of Tokyo, yeah, apparently they're like the equivalent to the New York Yankees. Yeah, and they have a massive rivalry, the Hanshin Tigers and the Giants. Now, they could get into the finals, but they'd always be second place. They would always be third place.
I love this team already. I'm rooting for them. I'm an underdog kind of guy. Like I fuck with that.
Yeah, no, they had.
I gotta say too, their drip, their uniforms are
Sick,
fucking
right?
awesome. Yeah,
Describe
they're
'em.
Fucking, yeah, classic stripes baseball uniform.
Describe them.
Great logo. Oh, it's like a yellow and black striped uniform.
Mm-hmm.
And the Hanshin Tigers, the logo, the hat actually has like a T and an H. It's a very cool, classic baseball-looking logo. So
No, it definitely is, and I like the tiger on the front of it. It's yellow, it's not orange.
Yeah, and it's a little vicious.
It is. Now, the Hanshin fans, they are devoted like any other team that sucks. And the Hanshin fans, they show up no matter what, good or bad. If they're playing, fucking people are packing that building. Now, before we move on to talk about the actual curse itself, we got to talk about another key player to this entire story. And the reason why there's actually a fucking curse. Now, this comes from Oklahoma native and Democratic Senator Randy Bass. Now, Randy Bass, he's an All-American. He debuted in the MLB in 1977. He was actually the first baseman for the Minnesota Twins, straight out of high school. Man,
Wow.
didn't go to college, none of that shit. Got picked up right out
None
of
of
high
that
school.
shit.
Yeah, I got picked up right out of high school, but he was a badass. He was All-State in both football and baseball. And he went on to play for the San Diego Padres, Texas Rangers, and actually the Rangers was his last stop before he went over to Japan. Now, in the 6 seasons that he had played in the MLB, he got a batting average of .212, which is pretty fair. I mean, it's
That's
MLB,
good.
you know what I mean? That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
He hit 9 home runs and 42 RBIs, which are runs batted in. Now, by the time he left Japan, I mean, this motherfucker was next level. So he had a batting average by the time he left Japan in 1986.
Wait. When did he go to Japan?
We're going to get into that.
Oh, okay.
So by the time he left Japan, he had a batting average of .337.
Fuck, that's pretty good.
He hit 202 home runs and he had an RBI of 486.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, he was no joke there. So in 1982, Bass was signed to the Hanshin Tigers, and at this time, I mean, them boys were losing, like capital L. Yeah, it had been 18 years since the Hanshin Tigers had actually won the championship league.
Okay.
Yeah, again, they were coming in second or third, and like any other team who is floundering, they're like, yo, we got to get someone new. We got to get new blood. We got to do something to like reinvigorate, the team and get people motivated. So when the Tigers signed Randy, they obviously made him first base. And this was a fucking winning strategy. I mean, Randy was quick to adapt, like pretty much instantly. In his first season alone, he hit 35 home runs.
Nice.
Almost 4 times the amount of home runs he hit in his entire MLB, history.
That's wild. But but this is like such a common thing for American athletes to go get play international sports. Like a lot of professional athletes will actually find their careers in these markets.
I mean, we had a friend, Mike, who went from Philadelphia, playing for the Philadelphia Eagles, to playing in a European league.
Yeah, in the last couple of years, he played in Spain and Germany.
Yeah,
taking care of business out there, and you see a really good example is Dwight Howard. This is probably one of the most famous examples in the last year or two. Dwight Howard, if you know him, played for the Orlando Magic for a while, and then he bounced around to a few different teams. He was incredible at the Magic. He might have made it to the finals once, but I think he made it to the finals one time and lost. But anyway, he was really good, and as his career starting to kind of veer off in the NBA,
I'm going to Europe, baby.
He went to China. He went to China. Yeah, and dude, he's like the absolute all-star over. He was the MVP, I think, last year. He also like, I know I guess I'm say that way, but and he also like be like killing it. He's like super on fire. People are loving him. He was like in their all-star game. I mean, you name it. Like, I mean, this dude is getting a second win for his NBA career or for his basketball career. So these things happen all the time. I mean, you look at like Messi or
he's in
Ronaldo.
Miami.
Yeah, they leave to these kind of lower leagues, if you will, and then they fucking tear it up, dude.
Oh yeah, Devin. Subway. What were you saying?
No, I was gonna honestly say like a very similar.
My friend's name right. You come into my house and you get
other guys.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say a very similar thing to Jordan, which is I knew a guy who played basketball in high school, and as soon as he got out of high school, he got drafted onto some team in Lithuania and became like a superstar. In Lithuania, like a huge, like very popular player.
He got an IG?
Still there.
He got an IG?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I think it's it is pretty crazy how people can go. I mean, we had Japanese players come and play in the MLB here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
and some of the best players,
some of the best fucking players.
Have come from I think the guy right now who's like a lot of people are saying is the best player in the league is Japanese. Plays for the Angels. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I mean, me and Nora, we went to a Round Rock Express game, and one of the farm league dudes was from Japan.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he was fucking killing it. And
That's
actually,
cool.
he was a pinch hitter. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice specialized role there.
Yeah. And actually, Randy Bass was also a pitch hitter for this team.
And he was at the Round Rock Express game that you were.
I fucking wish. That'd be awesome. Yeah, the Japanese man, Randy Bass. But
he was the guy dressed up as the giant baseball that chases the people around. I don't know.
No, he was actually giving out free Andes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in the big baseball giving out free Andes. He's in his the last leg of his career.
Him and Nolan Ryan. But yeah, so the team was still struggling in 1983 whenever they had signed Randy Bass, coming in fourth in 1983 and actually fourth in 1984. But this is where things were on the up and up for them. So this brings me to our final key, which is KFC. So let's turn back the clock to 1970. Disco is swinging. All the fucking Bee Gees are still alive. Subway is 23.
Tie-dyes on the Ray. All the craze. All the whatever.
Yeah.
All the rave.
Yeah. So and this is post-war Japan. And their economy was really fucking booming. And America was seen as a cultural powerhouse. So in the 1970s, the fast food market in Japan exploded 600%.
That's insane. That's a 7 times multiplier, I think.
I have no idea. I'm terrible at math. Thanks, Texas. Now, in comes Takashi Okawara? Yeah, Takashi Okawara. I promise you, when I was writing this shit, I repeated those names 6 or 7 times. And I even looked it up on Google, like how to pronounce this. But Takashi Okawara, he was the manager of the very first KFC in Japan, and he actually ended up being the CEO of Japan because of this shit.
Oh,
the
nice.
CEO of KFC in Japan. Now,
The American Dream even made it. Look at that.
there you go. Yeah, because the American Dream isn't fake. So he was the first manager in Japan, and he began promoting the fried chicken buckets as party barrels. And when
right there, fucking just gold. I mean,
Right?
party barrels.
Party barrels.
and you know what's crazy?
That had me from the second I heard it.
You're like, I'll take 3 party barrels, please.
Yeah, that's what I'm ordering now. I'm changing my name once I change my name back.
I'm getting 3 party barrels. But they started advertising these party barrels as Christmas meals intended to be served as the substitute for the traditional American turkey dinner.
Sounds like a good replacement to me.
Honestly, because who the fuck eats turkey for Christmas?
Seriously.
Wait, everybody. I don't why.
You
is
eat turkey for Christmas?
Fuck yeah.
What? No,
Yeah.
Christmas is a ham meal.
We do both.
Yo, here's what I want you to do. I want you to take your stuffing. I want you to take your turkey. I want you to take your cranberry sauce. I want you to fucking throw it out the window because we got something much better for you here.
And you're actually not wrong, because that's when it became a hit. KFC like kind of like was exploded, for lack of better terms, in Japan.
Kaboom.
And they actually expanded the promotion in 1974 to be nationwide. So all across Japan, they were running this ad, and they started calling the ad campaign Kentucky for Christmas.
This sounds
Love
this
it.
This is getting better. I'm ready for the reveal.
Yeah.
Tell me more, Nick.
Now, this caused KFC to start putting life-size Colonel Sanders statues out in front of the Japan
All
storefronts.
5'6".
Oh, bro, yeah, you're not wrong. All 5'6", and I mean, this is even tradition now. If you go to Japan, you'll see Colonel Sanders statues out there, and apparently
Statues.
oh, bro, there's
Statues.
so many statues, so many plastic Colonel Sanders statues.
Oh.
If you look it up online, you'll see a fuck ton of Colonel Sanders statues dressed up in different cosplays.
Oh, dude, if I could be half the man Colonel Sanders was, I would be 10 times who I am today.
Well, I tell you, I said, arigato.
Oh, God. So
That was fucking foghorn leghorn like a motherfucking moment. That was fucking funny.
now this campaign, so they actually even so during the reason why they had put a lot of these statues out there is because they would actually dress up these Colonel Sanders statues, motherfucker, as Santa Claus during Christmas time.
I was picturing them with some like big old anime titties, like some,
Waifu
Yeah,
Colonel Sanders.
yeah.
That's fucking funny. So that's so interesting. Like, Japanese people celebrate Christmas. Like, what is it?
The crazy part is it's a really secular, like it's like 1% of the Japanese population is Christian, and so Christmas there is more secular. It's not really surrounded by like Christ God and shit like that. It's more of a like, let's bring in our families, let's, you know what I mean, let's spend time together.
That's so interesting because like, Christmas is more of like a Roman thing, like or like the origins, right? Because obviously, like,
it's like a mix of pagan and like Christian ideology. Because like
So I just don't understand how that connects to Japanese culture whatsoever. But
1% of the people who are there are Christian, and they do celebrate it. And what happened is when American culture started going back to Japan after the war, that's one of those things that had come across was Christmas. But because not a whole lot of the population was Christian, it became more of a secular holiday. It was still celebrated, but it's just not.
But that's what I mean. Like, why would they even adopt it whatsoever?
Well,
like, that's
I'm sure for the commercial pop culture aspect of it. I mean, the fact that so much of Christmas is.
I mean, it's certainly good for the economy for many people. So.
Oh yeah. Oh no, definitely,
Businesses and stuff.
Yeah. The campaign is actually still popular today. They run it every year, and people actually have to reserve their barrels days to weeks in advance.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how fucking popular it is there in Japan.
We gotta get our hands on a barrel.
We can. It's literally just a bucket.
It's not
that
the same.
Is it.
We gotta get a barrel, bro.
No, you're not wrong. I want to go get a barrel.
Yeah, let's go get a barrel.
Get a barrel. Barrel of chicken. Now let's combine all of these beautiful keys together and let's talk about the curse itself. So it's now 1985. The Central League champs, the Hanshin Tigers, were going against the Pacific League champs, the Cebu Lions, and this marks the first appearance of the Tigers since 1964. Now, the build-up to the series was incredible. Apparently, the fandom was at an all-time high. So when the Tigers actually won in November of 1985, the electricity was in the air. It was fucking palpable. Yeah, it was crazy.
What a time.
What a time.
To be alive.
I'm just waiting. Like the good news just keeps on coming. So this is going to be like this. I have a feeling this is going to be pretty cataclysmic. Like the fact that they had won before the curse even happened is like I'm on the edge of my seat wondering what this is.
Oh yeah, so following the victory, fans took to the streets like anybody does. You know, they hit the Ibusu Bridge?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why did I put these names in here? along this canal. Along this canal.
Along the Neil Canal.
Yes.
No, don't. You go ahead. Let's give it a run. What's the name of the canal?
Dotonbori?
Dotonbori.
Dotonbori, maybe.
Dotonbori Canal?
Dotonbori Canal.
Okay, let me start that over. Following the victory, fans took to the streets and hit the Ibisu Bridge along the... Oh, fuck.
You better not cut this out. You better not cut this out.
No, I'm keeping it all. But the difference is instead of like actually I'll get to that. So they were singing the fight songs, all right? They were singing the fight song for the Hanshin Tigers, and they started naming off all the players.
I'm a Barbie girl.
Exactly.
That was it.
And as they were going through these players, they were looking at people in the crowd, selecting those people, and those people were jumping off the bridge into the river, because of the fight song. It's just kind of a tradition, and actually in the future they'll actually do it again, but somebody will actually drown this time, but not this time. So as people are jumping into the canal, they get to Randy Bass, and believe it or not, there are not many Japanese people who look like a white dude with a beard. So they went with their second best option. Just a little bit down the way, there is just a wholesome little Colonel Sanders sitting out in front of a KFC, just begging to be thrown into the river. And that's exactly what happened.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they fucking threw that bitch into the river. And, obviously it sank like a fucking rock.
Wow.
And unfortunately...
So they brought just before you
Yes.
hit him with it. You're telling me they took the only lookalike was this fucking Colonel Sanders.
This is a race-based fucking crime.
Who almost looks like literally no one else in the world. And they said, we're going to give you the Colonel Sanders statue that was down the road.
Yes.
They throw that bitch in the river, and that was his sacrifice into the river.
That was Randy Bass. That was the
that is
the
so
totem
funny.
of Randy Bass being cast into the river, rather. But unfortunately, that was the Hanshin Tigers canon event.
Cannon event.
All right, because the next year they placed last in their division, and the next in the next 16 years since that had
Holy
happened,
shit.
they had placed last 10 fucking times.
Jeez.
10 times. Yeah,
And every God, that's awful. Yeah, every night they would go to bed after losing another game and close their eyes and just see Colonel Sanders at the bottom of the river, covered in algae. Like, what did we do?
basically, or he's just like whispering in their ear, "That loss was finger licking good." Now it's been 37 years and they still have yet to win a championship.
That's a toughie.
Yeah. Now the reason that they call this a curse is because it harkens back to that American baseball, the superstition that baseball has. Again, the curse of the Bambino. The one that Babe Ruth put on him on the Red Sox.
That's right.
Yeah, and then you got where they actually didn't. They went like 80 years without winning a championship.
Yeah, maybe
all of the big baseball curses, like the famous ones, I feel like have since been broken, except for this one.
No, yeah,
and I'm surprised that nobody's like gone down and fucking fished that bitch out.
Honestly, I thought
Honestly.
of this already. Like the people that the town, they just everybody
Oh, well.
gathers.
Oh,
no,
well.
I was saying like everybody gathers. It's like the new celebration. It's their new holiday. It gets
there aren't.
It gets
yeah,
so
there
big. It becomes so big. It Americans get interested in it. It's a new Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, there aren't any diehard Hanshin Tiger fans who don't have any scuba gear. I mean, come on. I feel like that this is an easy fix. Like, go fish that bitch out.
Well, over the years, fans have worked tirelessly to find the Colonel statue. And
You're
actually,
lying.
in 2009, they finally actually recovered the statue. First, on the first day, they recovered his torso. He was missing a hand and he was missing his glasses. The second day, they recovered his legs. So he's not complete just yet. And many people believe that the reason why the curse hasn't been lifted is because he hasn't been made whole again. So once Colonel Sanders is made whole again with his original left hand and his original glasses, the curse is going to be lifted.
The Hanshin Tigers are fucked. Okay, they are never gonna find those fucking glasses.
Nope.
Give it a rest, guys. Pack it up. Rename the team. Take it to a new city. You're gonna have to start over. There's no fucking way. Cause are you kidding me? Let's just talk about erosion for 30 years. Okay.
Hey, if you got microplastics in your blood, it's because of Colonel fucking Sanders.
Yeah, dude. Let's just talk
I
about
was
the.
all-
Let's
I
just
was
let,
all
wait,
ready
wait,
to,
Devin, wait before you go.
sorry.
But let's just talk about the glasses. I mean, those are gone. They have been eroded down to dust and sand. There is nothing left of them. Good luck, Hanshin Tigers. Pack it in. Go ahead, Dave.
I was getting ready for the curse to be lifted, but then I noticed that my spectacles had been separated at the bottom. How can I be expected to see now?
No, he is since the statue's original KFC has been shut down. The Colonel statue has actually been moved to another location closer to the Kashi station.
This sounds like a mummy. This sounds like a curse of a mummy. Like
it totally is.
It can't be reunited with its original pyramid. It's missing pieces. There's relics that are disassociated. It's in shambles. I mean, this thing is probably going to come alive and kill people in the next decade. That's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah, the curse of the Colonel is killing Americans every day. All right, just look at the diabetes and the fucking shit going up. Oh yeah, Curse of the Colonel is alive and well. Now again, what I should say is the Colonel has been given new glasses and he has been given a new left hand. But again, the look is still out for the left hand and the glasses, the originals. So if you're ever swimming on in the canal over in Osaka, Japan, keep your eyes open for some spectacles. Since the the tragic day, November 2nd, 1985, the Japanese government has actually put a fence around the bridge, the Ibusu Bridge, so people could no longer jump in because after one championship, a fan actually drowned. Yeah, so they put a halt to that bad boy.
Oof.
Damn.
Yeah,
What a way to go. What a way to go.
Right. I mean, here in America, people like eat horse shit and and do other crazy shit like flip cars and burn cop cars whenever teams win. But throwing a Colonel Sanders statue is, one step too far.
Some people even storm the Capitol.
Yeah, I mean, come on,
stuff
guys.
like that.
Storm your Capitol. Don't throw your Colonel Sanders into the river.
Yeah,
Storm your Capitol.
It's fun.
It's all fun and games. Now, finally, after Randy Bass won, he did return to Oklahoma. And in 1988, he retired from the MLB and became the NPL. I think that's what it is, NPL, the Nippon Professional League. He actually became a cultural ambassador to Japan, where he's a celebrity there, like legit a celebrity.
That
there.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And in 2004, he became a senator for Oklahoma, where he served from 2005 to 2019. And
Wow.
Yeah. He won that.
This is a
shit.
fucking renaissance, man. This guy is like Colonel Sanders.
First off, all he did was play baseball and fucking become a senator. Let's not call him Colonel Sanders.
Cultural ambassador. Don't forget about cultural
dude,
ambassador.
don't.
He got drafted out of high school. You put some respect on that name. You put
I
some
agree with
respect.
Jordan. You just don't gloss over his accomplishments. like
Yeah,
that. Come on, dude.
I mean, this poor fella ended up in Oklahoma. I mean, shit,
Yeah.
that sucks. But other than that, I mean, this guy.
The crazy part is
this guy.
whenever
Anytime this guy's in Osaka, he's not buying any drinks, dude. This guy
Yeah.
is fucking
you're
legend there.
You're probably not wrong. And the crazy part is the last time that he actually was sworn into office, he did it on a Naruto manga. Yeah.
Is that a joke?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he's a cultural
I
ambassador.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah, he actually had octopus hentai also that he was like really. No? Okay.
Yeah,
Never mind.
sorry.
I know what you're talking about.
Thank you. Finally, Subway gets it.
Listen, yeah,
Um,
absolutely. Big fan of that. Big fan of that.
Big fan of that. That's all he said. Big
but
fan of that.
That's the story of the curse of the Colonel. Will the curse ever be lifted?
I'll go first. Absolutely not.
You don't think so?
Fuck no.
I don't think so either. Because I mean, well, if it does, they got at least 70 more years to go. Because
that's how it goes. Yeah.
That's how it goes. Like, oh, boo-hoo, you haven't won a fucking game. You haven't won a championship in 35 fucking years. I mean, are the Dallas Cowboys cursed? You know what I mean?
Listen, I just gotta say, I'm not a superstitious person, but still, at the end of the day, you play with fire, you get burned, right? You don't respect
The Colonel?
American fast food pitch people. You're gonna end up a loser on the world stage. So.
Let 'em know.
On the world stage.
On the world stage.
That is fucking well said, Subway.
Subway
Yeah.
for Pope. Subway for Pope.
Subway for pup. Eat
Subway.
But Bell Nation, tell us what you think. All right, are there any other superstitious or scary little KFC stories that you want us to talk about? And what do you think? Do you think it's fair that Colonel Sanders haunts this Japanese team? Because you know what, I don't.
All right, Nick.
But Bell Nation, thank you so much for listening, and please follow us on social media. Cheesy Gordita Bunch, literally everywhere. If you look up Cheesy Gordita Bunch, you are going to find us on all of your favorite platforms.
Twitter, it has no syllables, though.
It's also X. Thanks. Yeah, I'm with Twitter too. Fuck X. Fuck Elon Musk. And also follow me. Cheesy Gordita Nick, Cheesy G Nick on IG, and all of your other fun social medias.
Yeah. Yeah, this is your boy Sub to the Way. Just saying good night, good luck. Follow me on Instagram at Subway. 1.3 million followers currently. And yeah, just looking forward to this papal inauguration as your new pope of the world.
All right, it's your boy. Find me on IG, YABOI112, your boy 112. Follow me. Instagram, Twitter. You can even same username on Snapchat even. So
And Threads.
That's right, Threads.
Yeah, I got to plug. We don't have a Threads though.
We should make.
Oh, yeah. I'll leave that up to you, my friend.
It's easy. We'll do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for tuning in. As I try to say sometimes, we do this show because it's all about connecting and spreading some love and some joy, us having some fun together.
This is 3 years, y'all.
This is
We're 3 years now. I mean, this is
my
August, late August.
Fuck.
Like literally 3 years. Holy fuck! Can you believe that?
Wow.
It's been 3 years.
Doesn't feel like
That's
it.
wild.
Doesn't
That's
feel like
wild.
it. But this is gonna be our legacy. I mean that in the funniest and stupidest way, and in the best way possible.
Well, some of us don't have a band, so this will
to
be
take our
our this will be
weekends
our
in.
legacy.
That's right, baby.
This will be
Yeah.
our legacy.
Thank
Okay.
you. That was a good moment.
Your hands smell
wow.
great.
Thanks. Nora gave me some Sanny with this. It's actually champagne toast.
Oh, hey,
Oh.
bread and champagne. Interesting.
So
Very
But-
fitting for this episode.
feels right. Feels
It's a
right.
toast.
Toasting
A
to
toast
those
to
fucking
us.
losers in Hanshin.
Hey, fuck you! I'm with the Giants of Tokyo, baby.
All right, I'm done. Follow your boy, and thanks for tuning in. It's been another good episode. We'll fucking see you in 2 weeks, motherfuckers.
Stay Baja blessed.
Holla.
This show is made possible thanks to listeners like you. For more great Cheesy Gordita Network content, follow us on social media or go to cheesygorditanetwork.com to stay up to date. Thank you for your support and stay Baja blessed.